Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Two Fat Guys in a Dream. Of course, I'm your host of the most true, Steen. As always, I'm joined here by my father, Scott Steen. Scott, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Truman. I'm not in Colby, Kansas, so I'm doing well. Or is this one of those ones where we're not supposed to say where you are?
No, this one is it's a state job, so everybody knows. Everybody could come see me on this one. It's not a confidential client in the middle of nowhere, so you're all right. You're all right to get through with that.
Yes. And it's not Los Alamos where deadly force has been authorized.
Never heard of them. Never heard of that lab. Never heard of that state. I think at all. So,
did they have signs? Did they have deadly force signs?
For some jobs that I've worked before, yes, I had. If you got up on a building, you might climb up on a building that says like "We do not fire warning shots," and then you get off the top of that building. Or you go, oh, I just want to go look at the unit up top. And you get to the top, and you say, nope, I'm going back down. You say, never mind. That was a joke. I was just joking about that one, guys.
Maybe I'll get a warning shot. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I know you're spending a couple weeks out there, and we'll talk about how the new diet's going because we've got a new plan to unveil. As everybody remembers, we did 10 diets in 20 weeks. And I say we. I did one diet for 20 weeks. You did 10 diets in 20 weeks.
Hey, but I'd say you've had the most success, so I think it'll be interesting to take a look at that. So
well, let's get to it.
Yes,
you ready?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's get into the.
We need some kind of like transition music for the personal health review. Personal health review.
Yeah. Welcome everybody into the personal health review. Scott, let's talk about me first.
That's graphics. Personal health review coming across the screen.
Yeah, and then it just shows up. Yeah, one day.
Okay.
Checking in this week, Scott. I'm at 252.0. Man, it has been a bad last 4 weeks. What did we did? We did what was that? Low fat diet before. Before the
raw.
Yeah, health food cleanse. In those 4 weeks, I've been stuck at essentially the same weight. I've been episode 18. I was 252.9, and then I was 252.9, and then I was 252.5, and now I'm 252. So at least I'm not going up. I'm still grinding down. But boy, I'm ready to get under 250.
You are not making a compelling case for people to check in on your weekly progress.
I know.
I wonder what Truman's going to be this week. Well, 252 something.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Now, let me ask you this. You said you did the raw diet. I don't know how you don't lose. Were you like eating raw cookie dough? Were you counting that? Was it like a tub of cookie dough? Was that counting as raw food?
Well, we talked.
How did you not lose weight on the raw diet?
I really don't know. I think that's an interesting just angle to look at all this from. Low carbs. I mean, so the issue is, as we learned with, we did intermittent fasting on this show, another almost a similar kind of feel to it, where you get home and you are almost starving yourself.
It's a lot like intermittent fasting, except you never get to eat instead of just a 6-hour period.
Right, and so you find yourself in a frenzy at times, and you don't eat. I didn't eat terribly, but I just didn't. We talked about this. I don't think it was ever going to be possible to do 100% raw food 100% of the time.
You're just not committed to the bit.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's...
If you don't fucking care about this show, why should anybody else?
That's fair. But we'll talk more about the diet itself as we do the diet review, but I think there's a lot of reasons that it didn't work out. And some interesting things that I found out about my body doing it that I think is interesting, but I'm burying the lead. I'm leaving a little on the bone for you guys to stay and nibble on here in a little bit.
Okay.
As I said, bone and Milton kicked up apparently. So
speaking of bone, yeah. The nice thing about the raw diet is it's the only diet with its own theme song. Rah 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 rah. See, what would the show be without a couple of dad jokes just thrown in there and a barking dog?
Yes. Speaking of Dad, let's check on your weight loss. You had another great week.
I did. Totally unexpected great week.
Right.
I was out of town, and it was my birthday week. So we went out, as you well know, on Saturday night and had a birthday dinner at a El Salvadoran restaurant,
Yep.
which is a similar cuisine to Mexican. A lot of the same type of burritos and just a little bit of different twist. But I didn't eat. I didn't eat terribly. I didn't consume a lot of rice or black beans or a lot of the real heavy carb stuff. But we did have a couple nibbles of dessert, and I had a soda, and so I got off to a bad start. And then Sunday was my birthday. I had a big breakfast. Flew to Baltimore for business, and I knew this was going to be the flaw. I get to Baltimore, and it's like 9:15 at night. I'm starving because I've had like a third of a bag of snack mix on the flight. So the first thing I do get to my hotel room, start looking up at DoorDash and see who can bring me some food at this late hour. I settle on boneless wings. Again, not a great option, but when you're selecting burgers, sandwiches, pizza, kind of the fucking devil that I had to go with. So
Wings are like sneaky where they can still be, if it boneless is a little harder. Bone-in wings. I mean, bone-in wings is just It's just chicken. It's just.
I'll tell you why they're generally lower cal, because it's just a bone.
Right. Well, that's true,
you
too.
get like 2 bites off of each one. So, so that was my Sunday night, and I did have a lemonade to go with it because I wanted something, and I didn't know whether the water was going to be any good or not. When you go out of town, you don't know how the water's going to be.
It's true. Kansas City has incredible water. Everywhere else has bad water.
So Monday, now we get up the hotel. Great breakfast for me. They've got little mini omelets and some kind of breakfast meat every meal, either turkey sausage, links, cut up Polish sausage. So it's perfect. I got it.
Are you staying in a Holiday Inn Express? Because that's basically.
No, I was saying shout out to the Hampton Inn where I stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice hotel. No USB ports. Oddly enough, I never. I did not know hotels at that level in this day and age did not have USB ports, but there were none.
Like for charging your stuff?
Yeah.
Like you didn't bring the
like,
bricks?
No. I brought my own. Usually you go to a hotel, they've got a couple USB ports by the desk, or they've got one in the lamp or by your bedside or whatever, and nothing in this joint. Are you looking around now?
I don't think I have any. That's why I was looking around.
Where's your lamp?
What?
Where's your lamp? You sits on your desk.
I'm looking at my lamps. There's nothing. No.
I
mean, I have plugs, but I don't have the USBs.
Okay, well, you fucking staying in a hillbilly hotel too. So
Oh yeah. Oh, this is an ancient hotel. No Ethernet cord, which is really unfortunate. I really thought I could get another one where I could tap into an Ethernet cord and have great internet, like I did when I was in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, and I don't. So I'm doing hotel Wi-Fi, but it's actually not that bad this time. So
okay, so I get up Monday, I go to work, and I'm not going to recount every day, but I'm going to tell you how my Monday started. I get up, and I have the breakfast. It was good. That was fine.
Yes.
Of course, it's a lot like working in Hollywood, where you get to work, everybody kind of stumbles in around 9:30, 10 o'clock. They may get there early, but that's when you really start working.
Sure.
You're there about half an hour, like, what are we going to do for lunch? So, first day for lunch, we had Indian. I had a tiki masala, very little rice. Then, go upstairs, and I knew this was going to happen because they told me about it. It's birthday cake time.
Oh, God.
So I literally go up and meet everybody for the first time because even though I've worked for this company almost 7 years, I've been working remotely. I've never actually met these people face to face, not a single one of them. I go up, I put names with faces, I meet people I don't even know. Great. Office about 20 people. They go, well, it's time for cake. We all go to the break room, light the candle. Everybody fucking sings happy birthday. Some of them who had known me approximately 2 minutes.
They sung happy birthday to you?
They absolutely did. They had one of the spinning candle things. It was kind of where it opens up with kind of flowers. It was a whole
I'm
deal.
going to have to Google it when we get done with this. I've never heard of that, never even thought about it. That sounds like a firework. That sounds like a...
I can send you a picture. One of the people sent me a couple pictures that they snapped while I was there, and you can kind of see the candle apparatus. So I'll send it to you after the show.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's one of those situations where you go out with your wife or you go with friends and everybody orders dessert. You're like, I really can't. Maybe I'll have a bite or something. Somebody orders you a birthday cake, sings you happy birthday, cuts off the first piece and hands it to you.
Gotta have it.
First time you've ever met these people, nobody fucking knows you. You're trying to make a good impression. The last thing you can do is go, Yeah, no, I'm on a fucking low carb, low sugar diet. I cannot eat that cake, so sorry. So
Gotta slam one
that's how
piece, just one piece, you know.
that's really kind of how I started. I started the week with a big fucking fat piece of cake. It was delicious, however. I'm guessing somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 to 100 grams of sugar, roughly 4 or 5 days worth of sugar for me in one piece of cake. So anyway, and from there on out, we did some out dinners and everything, and I did okay. I had a couple cocktails. Anyway, I thought I would be lucky to break even. I would be thrilled. Now I was getting my steps in. We're doing a lot of walking. Of course, days you walk through the airport, you're definitely getting your fucking steps in. So I did get some exercise, and we worked hard. We were working fucking 10 hours a day and everything. So I'd be happy to break even. I get back, I weigh in Friday. Truman, how'd I do? Tell the people.
Great. You're at 295.3, means you're down 2.4 pounds, means you're down, overall, you are now down 34.6 pounds. Your week loss was 1.81%. Your total loss is now up to 27.97%. You're closing the gap on me. I had a large lead in the percentage wise, and I have just petered out and stalled these last couple weeks, and you are
Well,
catching up, and you're having great weeks.
yeah, the amazing thing was, before I left after the Saturday night meal, uh, Sunday morning on my birthday, I pegged north of 3 bills. So
Okay.
the weight loss from Sunday to Friday, somewhere in the 5 pound range, and including just some terrible fucking eating. So I was thrilled with the results. Sometimes that happens. We've talked in the past about how sometimes you get depressed because you have a great week, you work out hard, you get your fucking exercise in every day, you eat well, you don't lose shit. Maybe you lose a 0.2 pound, maybe you gain a pound, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then, but it sometimes goes the other way. You have weeks and you're like, I'm gonna suck this week, and you step on the scale. And I was bummed out because for the first time I thought I was already in the.
Damn, he's going at her after it. He is. Oh my gosh.
He is sitting there, and my room. He's sitting there on the chair with only his head showing beyond the curtain,
Right.
and all I can see is his ass and the tail wagging back and forth as he fucking barks at these people. But
Jesus Christ.
so it was it was one of those situations where it worked out fine, and I was happy with the results.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably expect a little snapback. Because honestly, sometimes it takes your body a couple days to catch up. We had some jet lag in there, so it might take a little bit. But we'll see what happens. If I stay the same, I'll consider that a good week. So there you go.
Fair enough. I'm excited to take a relook at this, especially as we get back to a realistic, revolutionary diet that we're about to design here live on the show.
Yes, and this is absolutely true. I asked him before the show. We had the little pre-show. Truman, what are you doing for diet this week? Oh, we're going to design our own. Oh, well, maybe we should have talked about that. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it on the air. Okay, great.
I had a general idea of the diet that we're gonna do, but we're gonna hash out the details. You're gonna maybe tighten it up where I need to have it tightened up and whatnot. But we're gonna talk about it all. But part of it is that now that we're back on this realistic diet, I'm also out of town. So in a way, and this is a term that in the past has gotten, not from people of the show, but, as a society, we've kind of moved away from this term and we don't talk about it as much. But I'm kind of treating these next couple weeks as like a fat camp in a way, where I'm like, I'm out of town.
Don't say fat.
I think you can say I think you can say fat camp, but you wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm sending my kid to fat camp. Fat camps don't exist anymore,
You say I went to fat camp.
Yes, that would be probably funny. Yes.
You can't refer to anybody else as needing or.
We've just, as a society, we have moved away from fat camps, is what I'm telling you.
I did not get that memo. I thought those chubby little fuckers were still going to fat camp.
Well, now they're called boot camps. Now they're called booty boot camps. It's different.
Booty boot camps?
No, that's a workout thing that you'll do for 2 weeks, and it's supposed to be a bunch of butt exercises. Yes, well, I need to grow my gluteus, so I might. We'll see. That's not what the diet is. Stick around. But so for these 2 weeks, I'm essentially just going to treat this as like a fat camp because I'm out in the sun all day. I am I don't know if we can You can see my tan line. Not that.
There it is. Yeah,
That is
not bad.
That is and I mean that is. This doesn't do it justice because there's a yellow. So this looks tan right now, but this is
Yep.
red, man. This is
Okay.
burnt. So I'm in the sun for basically. I get to get in my truck every now and again, but I'm in the sun for. Let's see, we had a 12-hour workday. I was probably in the sun for 8 to 9 hours today. Just
You got getting plenty of vitamin D, boy.
roasted and toasted. Yes. So I'm
And that sunblock on.
no, but I'm getting some today.
Okay.
I didn't have
Good
some of those
call.
first 2 days, but essentially
Oh,
being out in the sun, I'm also working with hot asphalt. Or not, I'm not working it, but I'm inspecting it. I'm standing right next to it, talking to these guys, just roasting next to hot asphalt. So I like my odds to just
What are you expecting it for? Yeah, it sure looks hot.
looks
Good
good.
black too. What are you looking for when you're standing next to it?
You check. So we check like the density of it. We make sure that they're doing it the right way. Like we'll take a measure, we'll take a ruler in it, and we'll say, okay, is this 2 inches? Because it's supposed to be 2 inches. You're at 2.5. You're gonna run out of asphalt quick if you do that. So you have to lower your thing back down. So we talk to the guy and do all that stuff, and then eventually we run a nuclear meter over the top of it, nuclear meter to over the top and measure the density of it. So
A nuclear meter.
yes, nuclear. Yeah.
That, you get that from Oppenheimer? Is they like one of those things they use?
Allegedly, it's less radiation than like up standing next to your microwave as it cooks something, but
Okay.
still has a big scary like nuclear sign on the side. On the side.
The nuclear waste sign, the skull and cross, the
Yeah.
kind of the modified crossbones and shit. Nice.
Yeah, it's in a big yellow box. Oh, it's great. I'm having a great.
What's the machine called? The nuclear what? Is that just the name of it?
I can't remember the actual name of it. I think they just called it like a
Damn
meter.
it, boy! I was gonna do my cousin Vinny line, but the lawyer says, "Is that thing turbocharged?"
That's funny.
God damn it!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I think they
You
just
really
call.
gotta start making it. You have to start making it to rehearsal, son.
I got to start paying attention at work too. Apparently, for learning anything. But then we'll check the density of the asphalt to make sure the mix is okay, and then I measure it out and I estimate how much asphalt they've been using to know if we're on the right path. That's all sorts of stuff that I'm doing apparently.
So, does it hurt anything to have 2.25 inches or 2.5 inches, or is it just you're just wasting asphalt?
You're wasting asphalt,
Oh, well,
and you want it also to be even,
even.
and so you
Yeah,
don't
they
want
have-
it to. You don't want to
bring
go
in
up
the-
and down a ton.
You bring in the big roller and everything.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How much does that knock it down?
Not. I mean, I would say about an inch.
Okay.
I would say it was like about an inch higher, and then they compact it down, and it scrunches down.
Anybody on your crew get run over by the roller and then like just peel up on the wheels it goes by like a Roger
No,
rabbit?
no, who framed Roger Rabbit situations. Not today. We're trying to avoid those as a society. Also, it's like Fat Camp. We try not to do it anymore.
So that would be terrible to say you got run over by a steamroller at Fat Camp.
Yes. Yeah.
Terrible.
As a society, we're trying to move away from all that. Yeah. All right. Speaking.
All right, let's talk about the raw diet.
Bad.
Rip through. Yeah, it was let's speak fast. It's gonna suck at everything. How was the expense?
Cost was
Probably
bad.
cheaper.
I put cost at like a 6. No, because you have to buy all the raw. Because you have to buy vegetables, and fruits go bad quicker than processed foods that sit in your cabinet.
So
So
a lot less nitrates and nitrites in them.
right, you have to buy you have to buy more and more and more and more, and so I put cost at a 6.
Last week I ate hot dog from 2011. It was fine.
Right, exactly. I put results at a 5. Obviously,
Okay.
not great results. Lost under a pound in 2 weeks.
Now, I would posit that you are pretty generous with your grading system.
Sure.
In 2 weeks, you lost no weight. That's about a 5.
I didn't go up in weight. I didn't go up in weight.
Is 5 breaking even?
Yeah, like 4, I think is like a breaking even. 3 is gaining a little, and 1 would be like I gained 4 pounds when I did this. It was a mistake.
Okay.
Ease. I put at a 4. This diet
Oh,
is
fuck,
not
it's like
easy.
a 2. It's a 2 or a 1. Nobody can eat goddamn raw food for 2 fucking weeks. It's a 5. At least you said a 4. At least you had the
I'll move it
decency.
down to a 3 because I think that 4 rating took in the fact that I was drinking milk and eating yogurt and having like peanut butter, which I don't think any of those things would probably technically be allowed by any of the raw food
I think
purists.
so. Yeah. Bugs Bunny gave it a 6.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how bad this diet is.
Yeah.
So it's not good, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
and body feel, this is the one where it's really interesting. I'm gonna put body feel also at a 3. It was awful. I did not feel good. I found myself. I'd go to work out, and I was basically. I had like no energy. Like my body was sore like the whole week because I had nothing to replenish my muscles, and so like I tried to work out my normal 4 to 5 days in a week, and I got like 2 or 3 in, which probably leads to not losing as much weight. But I mean, legitimately, I couldn't keep going.
let's see if we can Sherlock Holmes that and figure out a reason. Okay, so the body needs 3 basic building blocks:
Yes.
protein, you need fat, and you need carbs.
Yes.
By my calculations, in the raw diet, you're getting none of those. You're getting 0 of all.
Well, you're getting carbs because you're eating a bunch.
Much,
Well, you're getting bad carbs, right? Because you're eating a lot of fruit. That's just like sugar is the only carbs you're getting. You know.
Yep. You're getting fructose, right?
And I think that's where and that's also the flip side of that is why you start to see the struggles because we've documented it. You just struggle when you're eating a lot of carbs. It makes you want to eat more carbs and keep eating carbs.
Yes.
And so we keep eating carbs.
They even did they used to do a Lay's potato chip campaign around that. Nobody can eat just one. And there's medical reasons for that. There's scientific reasons why you have to have more than one
Right.
chip. Why you feel a fun size is a terrible fucking name for a candy bar. That's no fun at all.
It's no fun. I want more.
Having about 5 of them. That's fun.
Yes.
So yeah, there's actual science behind that. So absolutely.
Right. And so all I found myself craving was just carbs, carbs, carbs. Because all I was eating was essentially sugar and fruit. And that just so, I wasn't going to be able to eat 100% raw food all the time. And so there was times where I was like, damn, you know what I could go for tonight? A slice of pizza. Maybe that'll be,
Anything but a goddamn banana.
Yeah, I've eaten 600 calories all day on a slice of pizza. It's just not healthy. And then it leads to overeating, starving yourself, intermittent fasting. We've done this. It leads to overeating when you allow yourself to actually eat the food that your body is requiring. And so I found myself overeating on the times where I was like, I just need sustenance,
It seems like some of these diets would work well for shut-ins with no social life.
Yeah.
If you have to go out and eat in the real world, intermittent fasting, the raw diet, that shit doesn't seem practical to me.
No.
Real world, and that was, if you're a new listener, one of the goals with this show was to try to give you some realistic tools that you can use and still maintain a decent quality of life and not have a huge drop off. Let's face it. Anytime you want to lose weight and you're too heavy, it's going to require a sacrifice of some sort, and it's going to require changes. The idea of what we're trying to do is to keep that sacrifice at a reasonable level, and the changes, not as many. Not as many drastic changes.
Well, and
you can never have a chip again, not realistic.
And if you're not making terrible drastic decisions that you will want to go back on, then if you are making decisions like that, there is no offloading plan. There is no, we're done. We've lost the weight. Now I've developed these healthy things, so now I'll keep on being healthy and I'll keep that weight off. A lot of the reason people go on these diets, they lose the weight comes back on in a month or two, is because they were doing stuff that they didn't enjoy. They were doing things that weren't healthy, that they couldn't do for a long time, that once they were like, oh, I'm here? Okay, well then I'm going to go back to doing those things. And you lost the weight because you didn't do those things, but you probably should have just done those things less instead of quitting those things cold turkey, because once you have a little bit of it, Now you want all of it that you were at before, and the odds are you probably will go back to doing whatever you're doing as much as you were before.
I'll give you a great example of how habits actually change. I was always as you know, we've talked about it, I wasn't a drink a soda all day long kind of guy,
Right.
but I love to have a soda with dinner especially.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have a soda with almost every dinner. Every once in a while, I'd have like a 0-calorie Mountain Dew, but usually full strength dews, and would drink at least 12, 14 ounces at a sitting. And I got in the habit of putting water in there instead. And I didn't enjoy it to start with, but it just got to be a habit. And now I'm fine with having water for most meals. We went out last night to have a dinner. They had Diet Dr. Pepper. She came back and said, "Oh, we don't have Diet Dr. Pepper. We have regular Dr. Pepper." Nope, just give me a water. I'm fine.
Give me water. Yeah. And that's
So it's just, and now it's a habit. I did the same thing with salad dressing. You've seen me eat salad my whole life, where I just dip the fork in the dressing, then take a bite of salad. And even though this isn't much about fat, it's just a habit. So if I get a salad, there's dressing on the side, I'm still gonna eat that way. I'm not gonna just pour it over the fucking top.
that's fair.
So,
Exactly. And I've started doing it where if I do get a soda at dinner, I will also get a water, and the first thing I will do is chug about a whole thing of that water, because what I've realized is a lot of times when I'm having that soda at a dinner, it's not because I'm enjoying that soda or I'm not getting through all that because I'm enjoying that soda. It's because I'm thirsty. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so if I sit down, I slam that water, I drink a whole water before I drink that soda, it's a lot less likely that I'm going to drink a whole soda. And even and on the bright side, when you go to restaurants, the amount of ice they put in your soda, no matter how big it is, it's probably about a can of soda. So
yeah, that's about right.
so if you can keep yourself to like one of those, it's not world ending.
So where do you rank this diet? I know you did some changes on the fly after being browbeaten by me, but what's your overall grade in this?
The rate of it all, I mean, we talked about it, 4.25. It's the worst one out of all of them. Just
I was
because,
wondering if that's not where it landed.
and by a good margin, because it's just, it's not realistic. It doesn't, it's not easy. It doesn't make my body feel well, and it cost a lot. And there's no results. I had bad results on it because all those things were impossible to do, and it was hard to stick to because of that. So
It really didn't check any boxes.
no, checked almost no boxes. Besides not costing like a subscription, I didn't have to buy $100 a month subscription.
Right. You
Yeah,
didn't have
right.
raw
And I
document
didn't
for-
gain weight, but I sure didn't lose much either.
All right. So what you gonna do, buddy? What you doing now?
We, Scott, are finally here. We are designing our own diet. This is the diet preview. This is, we can probably think of a catchier name down the line, but we're essentially going to do a two fat guys and a dream diet here. Essentially, it is a show specific diet. We'll give it about a month, I think, of run, and then maybe we test a couple more diets, and then we maybe adjust our diets. I think this will be a living, breathing diet that we will adjust as the show continues to go on. But we'll stop. We'll do a month trial here. We'll see how it goes. So for the next 4 episodes, we'll do this and talk about things we're learning and things we haven't learned, and then we'll move on to a new round of diets, and then see if there's things that we want to implement into the diet, and keep on moving.
Now, what I want to know is if you do this for 4 weeks, lose, let's say, 8-10 pounds, you're really going to go back to another diet, or you're going to keep doing what's successful?
It's hard, right? Because this is where we walk a fine line between this being our diary of weight loss meetings and it being a show for content. So if I lose 10 to 12 pounds in the next 4 weeks, it will be hard to want to go back to putting myself through diets that, 1, aren't fun, and 2, don't help me, and 3, don't have good success.
And we've really hit most of the highlights of the modern diet plans that people are on. We did low sugar. I mean, we did low carb.
Mm-hmm.
You did mega low carb. You did a ketosis diet.
Yep.
And you did a moderately low carb, which was my diet.
Yep.
You did a low fat, low calorie, raw food, intermittent fasting. That's a big one these days. Intermittent fasting. What else? What else did we touch on that are real popular these days? I mean, we tried to hit all the popular ones that were out there in some form or another.
Right, exactly. And I think maybe we'll do some more of the fringe diets, and maybe we'll do some of those ridiculous diets, like the lion diet or whatever. Or
is that where you eat whatever you want, but you tell people that you ate well? Where you're lying, you're just lying all the time.
I'm lying, yeah. What was it, just meat and salt diet, right? For the lions, I think that was.
Oh, fuck off!
It's just like steak and salt. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do a couple of these where we look at things like that, where we're like, okay, that is a ridiculous diet. We all understand that's a ridiculous diet. I will do that for 1 week, and then we don't have to stick to this 2-week format. The show's diets are going to get a lot more abstract now.
It's like going to it's a Lion's Choice. Have you ever been there?
Yes.
You see how the Lion's Choice special, and they just hand you a bloody gazelle. I did not see that coming. I got to be honest with you.
Just wounded in the shoulder. They shot it in the shoulder. You still have to kill. The gazelle is still alive and like kicking a little bit, but it's definitely slower.
If you're there by yourself, you plan on spending a couple hours because it's going to take a while to rip that thing open. They don't give you the utensils. It's all teeth. It's all teeth and hands. So
that's how the lion would prefer. That's how the lion would choose.
What are you going to do? What are your goals? What are we doing?
Okay, so essentially, let's start off. I think the basis of the dad diet, I think, is a great. I don't think we want to do full ketosis where we're doing 20 calories or 20 carbs a day. But I think there are some things to be taken away from keto about, we talked about this hard to digest, almost complex calories and things that snacking in the day, but doing snacks that are lower calorie, straight to the point, gonna fill you up. So like a prime example is right now in my fridge. Because I essentially had to load up, get ready for this diet when I was leaving to get out of town for this. I have like some of those meat roll-ups. It's like prosciutto wrapped mozzarella. It's 120 calories. It's high in protein. It's got good fats, and it's not a ton of carbs. And that's when you're snacking. That's where a lot of your carbs are in your snacks. And so I think that's something.
I will say, just as an aside, if you're going to make those, either buy them at Costco or fucking make your own. I was in Quick Trip the other day, and I saw the I don't know, whatever they call the high pro pack, or it's like got nuts, cheese, and
meat. God, the P3 pack from Lunchables. Oh, dude,
it's like $4.50.
That's the scammiest scam. Insane.
Oh shit, you could easily make that for 50 cents.
Right, it's just cheese, nuts, and like raisins.
Including putting, like, if you put the best piece of prosciutto, mortadella, best fucking imported meat you could find, you still couldn't get to $1 a serving.
I think I got this pack. I think it was half prosciutto, half salami, and they're 4 roll-ups a piece, and they're separated into 6 different sections. So 24 roll-ups, and I think it was $10, maybe cheaper than that even.
Sometimes, besides diet advice, we'll just throw in shit for living your life.
Yeah.
And stop buying your food at Quick Trip. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. It's one of those where I was going to say, except unless you're getting roller grill items, that's fine. But then I remember this is a health show. I legally cannot advise you to eat roller grill items from Quick Trip.
And I know they have decent like pizzas and stuff. Although, if you want to fight somebody, tell them Quick Trip has better pizza than Casey's. Watch the fucking sparks fly. But so that's, and it's always healthier.
Yes,
it's always going to be healthier if you do it yourself and if you get it at Quick Trip. So
yes.
Fun fact of the day. I've heard this multiple times. I don't know if it's true, but the word on the street is Quick Trip could give away their gas and still be profitable.
I dated a girl. I believe she was in a meeting where they talked about that, and I believe they could give away their gas at 8 cents a gallon. They could pay you 8 cents a gallon to come take their gas and still be profitable. Yes.
Nice.
And that was back in like 2015. So I assume they're doing way better.
Right.
Just
absolutely.
Insanity. Okay, so let's start off basis with carbs. I think 80 carbs, again, is what we shoot for.
This is based on how many calories? It's based on how many calories a day. Gotta start there.
I think we stick to 1,800 calories.
Okay, all right.
I liked that.
We're just informing the new people.
I think that's a good zone. Listen, great example. Quick Trip Pizza, one slice Quick Trip Pizza, 600 calories, just about. But where it'll catch you is like,
that can't be right.
oh,
Really?
What do you think? It's more or less?
No, less. I'd put it in the 300, 350 range.
Oh no, like the take and go slice? No, man.
Are they gigantic or something?
They're bigger than your normal slice.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let me
all right.
hold on. Let me double check it. I wanna check this.
Will one slice fill you up?
It'll get you close.
Okay.
Like if you're not ready for a full dinner, then yes. If you're like, I'm not fully hungry, if two Pizza Hut slices would get you done, one Quick Trip slice would probably get you pretty close.
Okay. And I think the point you were trying to make is that's a third of your calories right there.
Yeah, pizza by the slice. Yeah, it's wait. Oh, this is still not their take and go pizza.
Okay.
But essentially it looks to be, yeah, I would say it's about 500.
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, grab and go.
But it's instead of carbs. So pizza's not going to work.
No, pizza is really not. Yeah, right. And that's what I was going to get to. Is that where it catches you?
There are some things you're going to have to give up to do this diet.
Yep.
We talked about it before. You're going to have to give up pizza.
Yep.
For the most part, if you've had a really low carb day and you have a slice of pizza for dinner, it's not going to kill you.
Yep.
But for the most time, it's just not going to fit into the plan. Any kind of a bun, any kind of a sandwich, you're probably fucked. It's not going to work.
Yeah. Buns are.
You're gonna learn how to eat those burgers keto, or I do have very low carb like wraps that I get.
Mm-hmm.
I will get a Jimmy John's sub, open up the sandwich, roll it directly onto my flatbread, and then roll it up and eat it that way.
Yeah, and I think and also you don't have to go full keto. It starts with little changes. You could just take off the top bun, and eat it fork and knife style. Your friends will laugh at you, whatever. If you're worried about your friends laughing at you, then I don't know. Put your hands on the condiment on top, whatever.
Yeah, they're laughing behind your back anyway because you're a fat ass. So it's it's one way or the other.
Jesus.
They're telling about how you need to go to fat camp, and
yeah.
then they're feeling bad about saying that because you can't say that anymore. So
right.
Either way, your friends are going to laugh at you. So you might as well be skinny and have them laugh at you.
Nice. And normally you do limit your sugar. I think for
unlimited sugar.
I think for this range, because we've already limited the carbs, listen, sugar is carbs. It's pure carbs. You ain't gonna be able to get away with if you use your 80 carbs as all sugar, you're not gonna survive the day because everything has a lot of things have carbs, like sneaky carbs that you don't think about. But I would say it leaves you with the option for an 8-ounce can of soda or those little tiny cans of soda that I hate, but I do buy them. Yeah.
A 7-ounce soda is more expensive than 12-ounce. Discuss.
But it's the perfect amount of soda if you're trying to be healthy. It's like 70 calories and it's only like 20 to 30 grams of sugar, which should be about all your sugar intake for the day.
Right.
But it leaves that option.
How many grams? I will tell you a yardstick that my doctor told me, and I'm lower than this, but he said ideally you would want your sugar to be less than your fiber.
Right. Yes.
So if your healthy fiber is somewhere 30 range, 25 to 30 grams of fiber, that's where your sugar ought to be.
Yes.
And that's a pro tip for those of you at home that are looking for the odd nugget of wisdom we drop in the pile of horse manure that we talk about.
Right.
That's a good one right there if you want a yardstick. How much sugar should I eat? Eat less sugar than you eat fiber.
And I think for carbs, I think we're going to go net carbs, not total carbs.
I agree.
Where it removes fiber because I don't want to punish you guys for eating fiber. But, and it's one of those things where maybe aim for high fiber and let's try to do less sugar than fiber. So then you have to eat a lot of fiber if you're going to have that can of soda. Then you need to have that healthy fiber. You need to have your whole grains.
Got to push it out.
Speaking of whole grains, I believe that is always I would recommend it to everybody. And honestly, it's one of those things. Me and Tina moved to that, and Tina was like, "I love this bread. This bread is better than normal bread." She's like,
Right.
This is great. It does raise your quality of bread. It will raise your price of bread a little bit also, but
Yes.
the whole grains actually will raise your quality of bread, and you'll get a really nice bread.
If you go back to a Wonder Bread or something like that after eating a really good bread, it feels like you're eating trash.
Right. Yeah.
It really does. Just plain old white bread is shit. So
Yeah.
very good.
Okay. For everybody, if you're doing this at home, I would say for this next one for protein, I'm going to go pretty high protein. I'm going to go aim for. And I pulled this up on my. Hold on, because I put all this into MyFitnessPal. I want to make sure I get this number right. Again, I would say a good one to aim for everybody is a 0.75 of your goal weight. 0.75 grams times your goal weight. So my goal weight is 200. 0.75 ends me right around 150. The way I've got it in there, it puts it at 158. I'm aiming for 158 grams of protein a day.
Okay. Good luck.
Yes, it is hard.
It.
But I'm not too far away from it actually. I'm at 110 grams of protein for the day today. I've eaten I want to say let's see, 470, 360 is 830 plus 408. So I'm at 1240 of my calories, and I've eaten 62 of my. It ends up saying 90 carbs, but I'm trying to keep it under 80. I've eaten 62 of my 90 carbs, and I've eaten 110 of my 158 grams of protein.
Okay.
So
You're not in bad shape.
no, but I am going to go do a little exercise probably after this to just kind of catch up and make sure I hit my calorie goal. Which is another thing that I want to talk about here. I would like to reward people for working out. I would like to reward people for getting that in. What I'm not going to say is I don't think your everyday step calories. Like right now, I walked 6,700 steps, and MyFitnessPal wants to give me back 104 calories. I probably wouldn't count those back towards you, but I will say if you go work out, I think the incentive should be you get half of those calories back.
And that's a legitimate workout, not just your everyday walking around.
Right, exactly. If you go do a dedicated walk, you go burn 500 calories, you can have 250 calories back. If you're like, oh, I'm gonna go eat a big meal tonight, I only have 800 calories left. Well, go do a quick workout, maybe get, go do a 500, 600, hour workout or whatever, and then you get 300 to 400 calories back, and then you've got that little bit of room. It gives you incentive, and we talk about this a lot. It was almost the same way in high school and college with my money. We talked about this where you would say you should think about stop spending it as much, and instead I would say, well, what if I just work 2 jobs?
Right.
And so it gives.
You and your sister did the same thing.
Right.
You're like, well, I need X amount of money. Well, my job provides me Y. Well, I'm going to have to go Y squared.
Yes.
Or Y times 2.
Exactly.
I am not going to adjust. And that's a decision that everybody makes. Do you want to adjust your lifestyle and work harder, or do you want to work the same and adjust your lifestyle? So
yes, and I think this
way,
way,
no right or wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. And the nice part, the fatter you are, the more calories you burn per minute exercising.
Absolutely.
So like you and I could go walk on a treadmill at 3 miles an hour. I'm going to burn 8.5 calories a minute, and you're going to burn about 6, maybe 5.5.
Yeah.
Simply because you're more used to it, you're in better shape, and I get a bonus for being old, and I get a bonus for being fatter.
Yeah.
So that's the good part. If you want to do that workout, go get your steps in, and you can have half those calories back. I like it. I think that's a nice twist.
Yeah. So half the calories back on it. Let's see. So far we've got 1,800 calories, 80 net carbs, sugar less than fiber, whole grains, 158 grams of protein, and half the calories. I think I want to find something to change the weekends. Obviously, we've talked about this, I'm a weekend, I don't do as well on the weekends.
You're a weekend wanderer. You wander off the plan.
Yes. And so I was clicking around in the MyFitnessPal app, and listen, this is going to sound crazy after all the things that we've talked about today, after all the things that we've maybe rehashed. Uh, did you know that MyFitnessPal has a little, and again, this is going to sound crazy that I even talk about this. They have an intermittent fasting pal that they can help you.
I do know they have different. Yes, I know they have different plans.
And so what I didn't know is when we did the 16-8, I thought that was the easiest way to do intermittent fasting.
Okay.
It turns out that is, as MyFitnessPal puts it, the most challenging way to do intermittent fasting.
I see.
It says the easiest way to do it is 12-12, which is 12 on, 12 off, or 14-10. 16-8 is the hardest one to do. So what I think is, for the weekend, I think to help limit yourself from, late night snacking and things like that, I think 14-10 on the weekends, intermittent fasting. 14 off, 10 eat. You have a 10-hour eating window.
All right.
But it means you don't have to wait. If you sleep in and you have brunch at 11, you can eat until 9,
You eat whatever you want?
I don't think you should be able to eat whatever you want, but I think maybe 14-10 intermittent fasting on the weekends. And maybe we just relax it a little. Maybe a little extra room, right? So let's say
20% boost?
I was going to say like 2,000 calories. Move it up to 2,000. The daily recommended, you can just read nutrition labels, and that's what it should be. You should follow the classic nutrition label diet, or essentially along those lines.
Yeah, because if we learned anything about the USDA, they are absolutely the people you want to go to for all your diet advice.
Absolutely, yes. Go up to 2,000 calories, 100 net carbs, and again, we'll you get a little more room with sugar on the weekends, but it also keeps you from not going off the rails. I would still try to stick to whole grains.
Yeah.
And
maybe toss the top bun on occasion.
Yep, absolutely. I would still make sure that you're trying to hit 158 grams of protein. I mean, or 100, 0.75 of your body weight. And again, if you go work out, get half those calories back. Again, it leaves the. I would almost No, I was gonna say. Oh, listen, it still needs to be. It should still be a little challenging. So I was gonna say, well, you know what? Maybe you should get all your calories back. No, let's still leave it at half.
Okay.
It should still. You should still feel like you're making changes. You should still know that you're living healthier. But it gives you that little bit of flexibility on the weekend to kind of have a little bit of extra room there. So.
All right. Very good. I'll be looking forward to your results of the Two Fat Guys and a Dream diet. Name under construction.
Name under construction. Yes. But that'll do. That's great.
Okay.
I'm super excited to do it. I've already started doing it. Well, for the past couple days, I've had a protein shake and it's like keto friendly breakfast sandwich where it's two. I got these at Costco. They're Ted's or here I can tell you the brand. Reds, I believe actually.
Okay.
Red's like a name.
By the way, this week's episode of Two Fat Guys and a Dream
sponsored by Reds.
Costco,
yes. But it's a turkey sausage egg which, so it's 2 eggs as the buns, turkey sausage and a slice of cheese in the middle, and it's 190 calories, which is a great start. I also have a protein shake with that. It's 30 grams of protein. It's 160 calories. It's like 3 net carbs.
Okay.
And then today I had I had a pack of those prosciutto and mozzarella roll-ups. Had so a pack is like 4. And then I had a Caesar salad and a Greek deli salad on the side. And then I had Costco tacos with corn tortillas.
Okay. Very good.
So
very good.
That's what it can look like. Anxious
to see the results, my young friend.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to go work out, and right after this and probably have a protein shake after that workout to kind of finish up my protein for the day and make sure I'm just not hungry. I'm feeling a little peckish, and I think if I go work out, I'll feel a little better, and then I'll have that protein shake, and I'll be nice and good, ready for bed, just about.
There you go. Sounds like a plan. All right, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to take positive action, whatever you're doing. If you're downloading this podcast form, please don't forget to give us a 5-star rating and review. If you get a chance to drop a comment in, of course, if you're on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel of this young fella right here, Open Disaster Productions. Make sure you like and subscribe and drop us a comment. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know if you're on your own journey, and if you have any ideas how to modify the two fat guys in a dream diet even more.
Absolutely. We're absolutely open to suggestions.
Absolutely.
It's a living, breathing diet. We're going to do it.
There you go. All right, my friend. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Oh, Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. @SteamMachine, @SteamRoller. TikTok for me, if you want, I guess.
Okay. No, we do more TikTok stuff, so maybe we will someday.
Yes, I've posted some stuff. I've posted some clips and whatnot. Also,
are we TikTok millionaires yet?
Not yet. I'm still working on it. I forgot to click that button. I forgot to do the right hashtag. TikTok millionaires for that one. And also, I do want to make sure that I, as somebody who uses this music fairly often, Chandler ! On Spotify. It's the intro outro song. If you guys like that,
say it slower so you can give him a good plug. Chandler!
On Spotify.
There you go. There you go. If you're gonna plug the guy, make sure you give him a good plug.
Yes, but great music. I use it for all my intros, outro stuff. So I just want to make sure that we're getting that across. But hey, and shout out everybody who's here.
I was going to say, it's not necessarily the best music. He's the guy that lets you steal it. So that's cool. Hey. No, I'm kidding. It's very, very good. And I know you have a deal with him. And it's very nice. I mean, it's very good. Very solid intro music. A lot better than a lot of the shit you hear on the podcast. So it's
true. So shout out him. And shout out, again, all the believers, the dreamers, and even the fat guys for being here. Scott, I appreciate you for being here. And
Oh, wait. It's my gold shirt.
Sorry. This is your gold shirt.
I forgot to say something. It's my 300-pound shirt. I bought this back. I think we saw Springsteen in February. Mm-hmm. I bought this and said, I'm not going to wear it. It's a 3X. I'm not going to wear it until I get under 300 pounds. Put it on, going home from Baltimore for the first time.
And it fits great. I saw it in person. It fits awesome.
I'm a 3X guy now. So
you're smack dab in the middle of a 3X. My goal, I'll match you finished your goal shirt off. I have, this is a retro shirt. This is a retro crew neck sweater. It's a crew neck chief sweater, and it's real retro because it was yours in the 80s, I think. I found it in the basement, and I was like, hey, can I have this? And so they're like, yeah. Because it's an XL. It's a crew neck chief sweater, and I have to be, and my goal is to be under 240 pounds by the end of August, so I can wear that come football season.
All right, let's rock and roll. Let's get to it.
Absolutely. So
I'm going to go out and buy a 2X, and that'll be my new goal shirt.
Mm-hmm. And then as you keep going, that retro crew neck can then become your goal. Yeah.
I think you see how this is going to end.
Yeah. Hey, I hope so. I hope you're ripping it from my cold under 200 pounds hands. Fair.
All right. I didn't mean to interrupt your outro as you started chugging down the hill there. So finish it up, bud.
No, again, I really appreciate everybody who's here for being here. Again, that's been Scott Steen. I've been Truman the Steam Machine Steen. You guys can find us anywhere and everywhere. Appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, review. Tell your friend, tell your parents, tell anybody who's maybe losing weight and is like, hey, how did those guys do it? Or how is anybody doing it?
Oh, that's the thing you could do instead of going, you should go to Fat Camp. Like, hey, I heard this great podcast. You should definitely listen to it.
You should check it out. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Have a great week. Go lose some weight.
Absolutely.